When my wife suggested an open relationship to strengthen our bond, I decided to go scorched earth. Hey Reddit, I'm James, 30M, and my wife Emily, 28F, just dropped an absolute bomb on me. We've been married for 3 years, and up until recently, I thought everything was fine. We had a great marriage, or so I believed. A few days ago, Emily confessed to having an affair, and to make things even more complicated, she suggested that we enter into an open relationship to strengthen our bond. I was absolutely devastated. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I asked her to leave for a few days so I could process everything. Fast forward to this morning, and I get an unexpected visit from my in-laws. I've always had a pretty good relationship with them, and I was hoping they might support me and talk some sense into Emily. Boy, was I wrong. Her dad, Mark, who I've always looked up to, started off by telling me that they had gone through something similar in their marriage. Years ago, they also decided to try an open relationship, and according to him, it made their bond stronger. He actually encouraged me to give it a shot, saying that it would show my love and maturity. I was floored. Then her mom, Linda, chimed in with some brutal words. She straight up told me that I wasn't enough for her daughter, that I wasn't satisfying her needs. She said I was selfish for not being open to this new arrangement. Guys, I was completely emasculated. I felt betrayed and confused. This wasn't the life I signed up for when we said our vows. I love Emily, but I can't just accept this. I feel like I'm being told to celebrate the destruction of everything I thought our marriage was built on. I'm completely lost. Please, Reddit, I need advice. Do I agree to this open relationship in hopes of saving my marriage, or do I stick to my guns and risk losing it all? Is there another way to approach this? TLDR. My wife cheated and now wants an open relationship. Her parents are backing her up, saying it worked for them, and my mother-in-law insulted me by saying I wasn't enough for her daughter. I'm feeling hurt, confused, and completely lost. What should I do? Update 1. Hey Reddit, brace yourselves for another curveball in this nightmare. This one involves my mother, and it's not good. Today, out of nowhere, my mother shows up at my place, but she didn't come alone. She brought my mother-in-law, Linda, with her. The tension in the room was immediate, and I could sense something bad was about to happen. My mom, who's normally very lighthearted, looked incredibly serious. Son, she began in a calm but firm tone, we've been discussing your situation. I stared at her, taken aback. You've been discussing my situation? I asked, trying to keep my cool. What's your opinion, Mom? She exchanged a glance with Linda before sighing deeply. I think you should consider what Emily is suggesting, she said, as if it were the most reasonable thing in the world. I was stunned. Wait, what? You're siding with them? Why? My mother hesitated for a moment, then finally spoke. I've always been concerned that maybe you wouldn't be able to satisfy Emily in the long term because of certain physical limitations. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. My own mother was repeating the same cruel things Linda had said to me. I felt utterly betrayed. I told them both to leave. I needed space to clear my head. Feeling overwhelmed, I called my dad, someone I haven't always been close to, but who has always been honest with me. After I explained the situation, he sighed heavily. Your mother said that? I'm not surprised, he grumbled. What do you mean? I asked, confused. He took a deep breath. Your mother wasn't exactly faithful to me during our marriage either. That's part of why we got divorced. I felt like the ground had just fallen out from under me. More revelations, more pain. My dad suggested that we meet with a lawyer to discuss my options moving forward, and that's where we're headed now. I'm scared, confused, and angry, but I know I need to figure this out. I'll update you all after we meet with the lawyer. Update 2. Hello again, Reddit. Thank you for the overwhelming support. It's been keeping me grounded through all of this. As promised, here's an update after meeting with the lawyer. Walking into the lawyer's office was intimidating, but having my dad there made it easier. We laid everything out for the lawyer. The affair, Emily's desire for an open marriage, my in-laws' shocking involvement, and even my own mother's betrayal. The lawyer, Samantha, was incredibly calm and professional. She told me that legally, I have every right to refuse this arrangement, and my consent is non-negotiable. She also explained that, depending on the state laws, Emily's infidelity could impact the divorce proceedings if we choose to go that route. She gave me a rundown on potential outcomes regarding alimony and division of assets. Samantha suggested therapy as a possible option before making any final decisions. She said it could provide a safe space for Emily and me to work through our issues and see if there's anything left to salvage. But honestly, I think it's too late for therapy. After the meeting, I called Emily to talk things through. Her response? Therapy won't change anything, she said, her voice cold and detached. I love you, but this open relationship is non-negotiable. You either accept it or I'll do it with or without your approval. Hearing those words broke something inside me. I realized that the woman I loved, the person I thought I knew, was no longer the same. With a heavy heart, I told her that I wanted a divorce. Her reaction? She smirked and said, I'm not signing any divorce papers. We made vows, remember? For better or for worse. I couldn't take it anymore. I packed a bag and left the house, moving in with my dad for the time being. As if things couldn't get worse, my mother showed up at my dad's house, berating him for supporting me. She said I was being unreasonable and needed to grow up and compromise. That was the final straw. I finally snapped. I confronted her about her past infidelities, calling her out for her hypocrisy. You have no right to preach about compromise and flexibility, I shouted. She stormed out, but for the first time in my life, I didn't care about her reaction. So now, here I am, staying with my dad, trying to figure out what's next. My wife, or should I say, soon-to-be ex-wife, continues to refuse the divorce, but I've started the legal process anyway. Samantha, my lawyer, has been great at guiding me through it, and I feel a sense of relief knowing that I'm taking control of my life again. As for my mother, we're still not on speaking terms. I don't know if I'll ever be able to forgive her for siding with Emily and repeating the hurtful things Linda said. It feels like a betrayal on so many levels, but I'm focusing on healing now. The hardest part has been coming to terms with the fact that the person I thought I married is gone. The love and trust I had for Emily were real, but the relationship was a lie. I know now that I deserve better, and I'm ready to rebuild my life without her. Thank you all for your kind words and advice. They've helped me more than you can imagine. I'm not sure what the future holds, but I'm confident that I'll come out of this stronger. Community responses, Monkey says, how do you handle it? She cheated. You contact a lawyer first thing and do everything you can to get evidence, audio recordings, discussing the affair if possible. If you're in an at-fault state, this helps make sure you don't get taken to the cleaners. If you're in the U.S. open relationships post-cheating and being forced on the other party, always end in dragging out the inevitable destruction of the marriage. White Raccoon adds on, also, OP, her parents can go kick rocks. The last thing I would tolerate is third-party people telling me what I should be feeling or setting the terms of what I want in a relationship. OP, just walk away. The level of toxicity is going to be too much with her parents justifying everything she has done. 2 cents worth for you chimes in. Your mother-in-law had the audacity to say her daughter's needs weren't being met because you were inadequate and, to top it off, called you selfish and unloving. What about your needs, especially your need for monogamy? Irregular Bastard weighs in on the conversation. Absolutely not. No self-respecting man stays with a cheating woman and gets pushed into an open relationship. Her dad was weak and his daughter is just like her mother. Don't be weak like him. If you stay with her, you're giving her permission to get plowed by as many guys as she wants, all while you stay at home, the dutiful, disposable cuckold. Go to a divorce attorney and discuss your options. Reverse Weasel says, get rid of her, period. And why the F does your mother-in-law or mom know about your dick? This crap is crossing all kinds of boundaries. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed our stories and would like to hear more, please consider subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us continue bringing you captivating tales and new content every week. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. We appreciate every one of you for being a part of our storytelling journey.